Hello students, my name is Gargi and in this video lecture we are going to start our chapter A Question of Trust, which is the chapter 4 of your book Footprints Without Feet. Okay, so A Question of Trust, it's a chapter about thieves and how there is honor among thieves also. Like thieves are not dishonest, but there is this honor among them also. Okay, so let's start the chapter. Everyone thought that Horace Danby was a good, honest citizen. He was about 50 years old and unmarried, and he lived with a housekeeper who worried over his health. So Horace Danby was a good, honest citizen, like an ideal citizen, and वो अपने हाउसकीपर के साथ रहता था जिसको उसकी हेल्थ के बारे में और उसके बारे में बहुत चिंता रहती थी. In fact, he was usually very well and happy except for attacks of hay fever in summers. So normally he was always healthy, but summers में उसको hay fever हो जाता था because of the pollen and the dust जो कई बार जुकाम हो जाता है या खांसी हो जाती है. सो दैट इज व्हाट यू कॉल अ हे फीवर. तो उसको समर्स में यूजुअली डस्ट की वजह से या पोलन की वजह से हे फीवर हो जाता था. ही मेड लॉक्स एंड ही वाज सक्सेसफुल इनफ एट हिज बिजनेस टू हैव 2 हेल्पर्स. सो ही मेड लॉक्स का बिजनेस था उसका और इतना सक्सेसफुल बिजनेस था कि उसने 2 हेल्पर अपने साथ रखे हुए थे. यस, होरेस डैनबी वाज गुड एंड रिस्पेक्टेबल बट नॉट कंप्लीटली ऑनेस्ट. सो there's this twist in his good honest life कि वो completely honest नहीं था. 50 years ago, Horace had served his first and only sentence in a prison library. He loved rare expensive books, so he robbed a safe every year. Each year he planned carefully just what he would do, stole enough to last for 12 months and secretly bought the books he loved through an agent. So he loved these expensive rare books जो होती हैं वो उसे बड़ी पसंद थी. So what he did was he robbed a safe every year. हर साल वो एक सेफ जो होता था उसको रॉब करता था, उसको लूट लेता था. Each year he planned carefully just what he would do, stole enough to last for 12 months. इतना चुराता था कि वो 12 मंथ तक लास्ट कर जाए, दैट मीन्स 12 मंथ तक चल जाए. And secretly bought the books he loved through an agent. और एक एजेंट के थ्रू वो secretly जो बुक्स होती थी वो खरीद लेता था. Now walking in the bright July sunshine, he felt sure that this year's robbery was going to be as successful as all the others. For 2 weeks he had been studying the house of Shotover garage, looking at its rooms, its electric wiring, its paths and its garden. So he was sure कि अब जो वो रॉबरी करने वाला है वो बहुत सक्सेसफुल होने वाली है क्योंकि वो काफ़ी टाइम से उसको स्टडी कर रहा था. किसे स्टडी कर रहा था? शॉटओवर गैरेज. गैरेज इज अ हाउस, अ बिग हाउस विच इज़ इन द रूरल एरियाज. जो बड़े बड़े घर होते हैं वो गैरेज होता है. सो वो काफ़ी टाइम से वो स्टडी कर रहा था उस घर को, उसकी वायरिंग वगैरह और उसके पार्ट्स क्या हैं, कैसे जाना है, कितने दरवाजे हैं. उसने सारा एक तरीके से जो ब्लूप्रिंट था उसको पूरा अच्छे से स्टडी कर लिया था. This afternoon, the 2 servants who remained in the garage while the family was in London had gone to the movies. Horace saw them go and he felt happy in spite of a little tickle of hay fever in his nose. He came out from behind the garden wall, his tools carefully packed in a bag on his back. So it was प्लान एकदम जैसा वो चाहता था वैसा चल रहा था. एंड जो गैरेज में जो 2 सर्वेंट्स थे वो भी मूवीज देखने गए थे. क्यों? क्योंकि जो बाकी की फैमिली थी वो लंदन गई थी. सो हिज प्लान वाज ऑन प्लेस कंप्लीटली, जैसा वो चाहता था वैसा हो रहा था. हिज टूल्स वर इन हिज बैकपैक. जो टूल्स उसको ज़रूरी होंगे रॉबरी के लिए. And he was very careful about everything except for the fact that he had hay fever at that time. So he had a tickle in his nose, but उसके अलावा बाकी सारी चीज़ें according to the plan चल रही थी. There were about 15,000 pounds worth of jewels in the garage safe. If he sold them one by one, he expected to get at least 5. So there was 15,000 pounds worth of jewels इस घर के अंदर, and he knew कि अगर वो ने एक एक करके भी बेचता है तो उसे at least 5,000 rupees enough to make him happy for another year. एक साल तक और उसको सेटिस्फाई रखने के लिए उतना पैसा बहुत होगा. There were 3 very interesting books coming up for sale in the autumn. अब क्योंकि ऑटम में बहुत एक्सपेंसिव 3 कुछ बुक्स आने वाली थी जिसके लिए उसको पैसों की ज़रूरत थी, तो ही वॉज श्योर कि जितना वो अभी चुराएगा उतने में उसका काम हो जाएगा. नाउ ही वुड गेट द मनी ही वॉन्टेड टू बाय देम. और जितना उसको पैसा चाहिए था वो बुक्स खरीदने के लिए, वो अभी इस वाली रॉबरी से उतना कमा लेगा, उतना वो चुरा लेगा, तो उसको इनफ होगा जितना भी उसको चाहिए. He had seen the housekeeper hang the key to the kitchen door on the hook outside. He put on a pair of gloves, took the key and opened the door. He was always careful not to leave any fingerprints. So he was very smart. He is like a professional thief. उसको पता है क्या करना है क्या नहीं करना है. He is not to leave any fingerprints there. So he wore these gloves. और उसने देखा है कि जो सर्वेंट्स हैं वो कीज़ कहाँ पे रखते हैं, तो उसने वहाँ से कीज़ उठाई ग्लव्स पहन के, नॉट टू लीव एनी फिंगरप्रिंट्स बिहाइंड. अ स्मॉल डॉग वाज लाइंग ऑन इन द किचन. इट स्टर्ड, मेड अ नॉइज एंड मूव्ड इट्स टेल इन अ फ्रेंडली वे. सो द डॉग, there was this dog and he was very friendly towards him. All right, Cherry, Horace said as he passed, all you had to do keep dogs quiet was to call them by their right names and show them love. So he knew कि अगर कोई डॉग है घर में, जिस घर में वो रॉबरी करने वाला है, तो उसको टैकल कैसे करना है, उसको उसके राइट नेम से बुलाओ, show them love and they will not bark at you. तो he knew what to do. So he called the dog's name Sherry and the dog was calm. The safe was in the drawing room behind the rather poor painting. Horace wondered for a moment whether he should collect pictures instead of books, but they took up too much room. In a small house, books were better. जब उसने एक पिक्चर देखी जिसके पीछे सेफ था, it was a poor picture, not a very good one. So he thought for once कि क्या उसको पिक्चर्स कलेक्ट करना स्टार्ट कर देना चाहिए बुक्स की जगह. बट देन ही थॉट द पिक्चर्स दे टेक टू मच स्पेस, बहुत ज़्यादा स्पेस लेते हैं, तो इतने छोटे से घर में जिसमें वो रहता है, बुक्स आर अ गुड ऑप्शन. There was a great bowl of flowers on the table. Horace felt his nose tickle. He gave a little sneeze and then put down his bag. He carefully arranged his tools. He had 4 hours before the servants returned. So there was this bowl of flowers table पे रखा हुआ था, और उसकी वजह से उसको थोड़ा सा tickle feel हुआ because of the pollen. उसको थोड़ा सा, because he already had hay fever, तो उसको थोड़ा सा tickle feel हुआ. So he carefully put down his bag and now he has 4 hours. उसके पास 4 घंटे रॉबरी करने के लिए, जितनी देर में सर्वेंट्स वापस आएंगे. The safe was not going to be hard to open. After all, he had lived with locks and safes all his life. The burglar alarm was poorly built. He went into the hall to cut its wire. He came back and sneezed loudly as the smell of the flowers came to him again. So, safe को open करना was not a big deal for him क्योंकि वो locks खुद locks बनाता है, तो he knew how to open it, and the wiring of the security system was very poorly built. तो उसने wires भी काट दिए. But as soon as he came back, he sneezed very loudly because of the smell that came again to him. जो वापस से उसको smell आई तो उसने बहुत जोर से छींका. The safe was not going to be okay. How foolish people are when they own valuable things. Horace thought. A magazine article had described this house, giving a plan of all the rooms and a picture of this room. The writer had even mentioned that the painting hid a safe. So he was thinking that how foolish people are. जब उनके पास valuable चीज़ें होती हैं, तो people are so foolish with them. इस पूरे घर का जो पिक्चर्स हैं, सारी चीज़ें, वो एक मैगजीन में आई थी, और जो ओनर है उसने खुद ही ने बता दिया कि इस पिक्चर के पीछे एक सेफ है. तो व्हाट्स द पॉइंट तो दैट्स व्हाट ही वाज थिंकिंग कि लोग कितने ज़्यादा फुलिश होते हैं जब उनके पास वैल्यूएबल चीज़ें होती हैं, मतलब दे डोंट नो हाउ टू कीप देम सेफ. But Horace found that the flowers were hindering him in his work. He buried his face in his handkerchief. Then he heard a voice say from the doorway, "What is it, a cold or hay fever?" Before he could think, Horace said hay fever and found himself sneezing again. So, these flowers were obstructing him from doing his work. तो उसने handkerchief लिया और उसने अपने face पे रखा. And then he heard someone ask him कि what do you have? Cold है तुमको या hay fever है? और उसने बिना सोचे समझे hay fever बोल दिया and he sneezed again. The voice went on. You can cure it with a special treatment. You know, if you find out just what plant gives you the disease, I think you'd better see a doctor. If you're serious about your work, I heard you from the top of the house just now. So the voice, that particular voice that was coming from somewhere, so it says कि तुम इसको treat कर सकते हो कि अगर तुमको पता चल जाए कि तुम्हें particularly प्रॉब्लम किस से है तो तुम इसे ठीक कर सकते हो. If you are serious about your work, I think you better see a doctor. अगर तुम अपने काम के बारे में सीरियस हो तो तुम्हें डॉक्टर को दिखा लेना चाहिए. I heard you from the top of the house just now. मैं घर के बिल्कुल ऊपर हूँ and I can hear you very clearly. It was a quiet, kindly voice, but one with firmness in it. A woman was standing in the doorway and Sherry was rubbing against her. She was young, quite pretty, and was dressed in red. She walked to the fireplace and straightened the ornaments there. So, there was this woman, and she was pretty, dressed in red, and her voice was very kind and still firm. So, it was very weird for him to hear it, but it was very attractive also. So, and she walked to the fireplace. वो fireplace के पास आती है और वहाँ पे जो ornaments है, जो decorations है, उनको ठीक करने लगती है. Down, Sherry, she said. Anyone would think I'd been away for a month. She smiled at Horace and went on. However, I came back just in time, though I didn't expect to meet a burglar. So she says कि किसी को लगेगा कि मैं बहुत टाइम से बाहर हूँ, but मैंने expect नहीं किया था कि मैं आऊँगी और मुझे वापस एक burglar मिलेगा यहाँ पे. Horace had some hope because she seemed to be amused at meeting him. He might avoid trouble if he treated her the right way. He replied, I didn't expect to meet one of the family. अब Horace was in trouble. He thought that I'm going to be in trouble. मैं तो यहाँ चोरी करने आया हूँ, यहाँ का कोई family member ही आ गया. मैंने तो expect किया था कि घर खाली होगा. But now he's in trouble. So he thought कि अगर मैं situation को ठीक से handle करूँ तो हो सकता है कि मैं बच जाऊँगा. She nodded. I see what an inconvenience it is for you to meet me. What are you going to do? Horace said, my first thought was to run. So she asked him कि बड़ी inconvenience हो गई तुम्हें, मैं यहाँ आ गई क्योंकि तुमने तो expect किया नहीं होगा कि कोई family member तुम्हें यहाँ मिल जाएगा. कि तुमने पहली चीज़ क्या सोची जब तुमने मुझे देखा? So he said कि first thing was to run. Like मैं भाग जाऊँगा, मैंने पहली बार में तो यही सोचा था. Of course you could do that, but I would telephone the police and tell them about you. They'd get you at once. वो कहती है कि भाग भी जाओगे तो उससे क्या होगा? मैं कॉल कर दूंगी पुलिस को and they will come and get you. वो तुम्हें पकड़ लेंगे. Horace said, I would of course cut the telephone wires first, and then he hesitated, a smile on his face. I would make sure that you could do nothing for some time. A few hours would be enough. She looked at him seriously. You'd hurt me. So he says कि of course I'm not that stupid. मैं wires टेलीफोन के जो wires हैं उनको cut करके जाऊँगा. That I'm not that stupid कि मैं बिना टेलीफोन के wires cut करे चले जाऊँ. And I do something कि कुछ hours तक तुम मुझे hurt नहीं कर पाओ. So she asked कि तुम ऐसा क्या करोगे? Will you hurt me? Horace paused and then said, I think I was trying to frighten you when I said that. You didn't frighten me. उसने कहा कि मैं बस तुम्हें डराने की कोशिश कर रहा था. तो she says कि There's nothing that can frighten me. Horace suggested, it would be nice if you would forget you ever saw me. Let me go. The voice was suddenly sharp. Why should I? You were going to rob me. If I let you go, you'll only rob someone else. Society must be protected from men like you. तो होरेस उससे कहता है कि तुम्हारे लिए अच्छा सबसे अच्छा ऑप्शन ये है कि तुम मुझे जाने दो. So the woman she says that कि अगर मैं तुम्हें जाने दूंगी तो तुम किसी और को रॉब करोगे. तो सोसाइटी को तुम्हारे जैसे लोगों से प्रोटेक्ट करना तो बहुत जरूरी है. मैं तुम्हें ऐसे थोड़ी ना जाने दे सकती हूँ. Horace smiled. I'm not a man who threatens society. I steal only from those who have a lot of money. I steal for a very good reason and I hate the thought of prison. So Horace says कि मैं कोई बहुत बुरा आदमी नहीं हूँ. मैं सिर्फ उन्हीं लोगों से चुराता हूँ जिनके पास बहुत ज़्यादा पैसा है. और मैं कोई किसी बुरे रीज़न की वजह से नहीं चुराता हूँ. I have a very good reason to steal and I don't like the thought of prison. मैं prison नहीं जाना चाहता हूँ, जेल नहीं जाना चाहता हूँ. She laughed and he begged, thinking that he had persuaded her. Look, I have no right to ask you for anything, but I am desperate. Let me go and I promise never to do this kind of thing again. I really mean it. So he is begging her to let him go. वो उसको बोल रहा है कि अब मैं ऐसा कोई काम ये जो मैं कर रहा हूँ वो दोबारा नहीं करूँगा. Just please let me go. She was silent, watching him closely. Then she said, you are really afraid of going to prison, aren't you? She was very silent and she was watching him and she said कि तुम्हें सच में बहुत ज़्यादा डर लगता है ना prison जाने से. मतलब तुम्हें जिस तरीके से the way you are begging कि don't tell the police or don't tell anyone, तुम्हें देख के ही लग रहा है कि तुम्हें सच में बहुत ज़्यादा ही डर लगता है prison जाने से. She came over to him, shaking her head. I have always liked the wrong kind of people. She picked up a silver box from the table and took a cigarette from it. Horace, eager to please her, seeing that she might help him, took off his gloves and gave her his cigarette lighter. So she came here, एक silver box में से उसने एक cigarette निकाली and he really wants to please her. वो चाहता है कि वो उसको पसंद करे ताकि वो उसको जाने दे, ताकि वो एटलीस्ट वहाँ से उस सिचुएशन से निकल पाए. So he gives her his lighter. He takes off his glove. वो अपना lighter उसको देता है. You'll let me go. He held the lighter towards her. Yes, but only if you'll do something for me. Anything you say. वो कहती है कि ठीक है, let you go, but there is something you have to do for me. तुम्हें कुछ करना पड़ेगा जो मुझे तुम्हें बताना है. Before we left for London, I promised my husband to take my jewels to our bank. But I left them here in the safe. I want to wear them to a party tonight, so I came down to get them. But Horace smiled. You've forgotten the number to open the safe, haven't you? Yes, replied the young lady. So this woman, she says that what I want you to do is, मैं जब लंदन जाने वाली थी तो I promised my husband कि मैं जितने भी जूल है वो सारी बैंक में रख दूंगी, but I didn't do that. And now I want to wear these jewels to a party, but now Horace is completing her sentence, completing her thought कि और तुम जो सेफ का जो नंबर है, जो सिक्योरिटी नंबर है वो भूल गई हो. Yes, replied the young lady, and the lady agrees. Just leave it to me and you'll have them within an hour, but I'll have to break your safe. Don't worry about that. My husband won't be here for a month and I'll have the safe mended by that time. वो बोलता है ठीक है, I'll do this for you, but I have to break the safe. मतलब मैं उसको खोल नहीं पाऊंगा, मुझे उसे तोड़ना पड़ेगा. So she says no worries, मैं उसको तब तक ठीक करवा दूंगी. Mended means I'll fix it. मैं इसको ठीक करवा दूंगी जब तक मेरे जो हस्बैंड है वो वापस आएंगे. It will take 1 month for him to come back. So they both agree. And within an hour, Horace had opened the safe, given her the jewels and gone happily away. So within an hour, उसने वो safe तोड़ दिया, उसको jewels दिए और वो वहाँ से निकल गया. For 2 days, he kept his promise to the kind young lady. On the morning of the third day, however, he thought of the books he wanted and he knew he would have to look for another safe. 2 दिन तक तो he was very happy and he thought that नहीं, मैंने जो lady से promise किया है वो मैं रखूँगा, मैं अब दोबारा robbery नहीं करूँगा. But then the third morning he was like नहीं, अभी एक नया सेफ ढूंढना पड़ेगा जिससे मैं चुरा के और जो मुझे बुक्स खरीदनी है उसके लिए पैसे निकाल सकूँ. But he never got the chance to begin his plan. By noon, a policeman had arrested him for the jewel robbery at Shotover garage. लेकिन इससे ज़्यादा तो वो सोच ही नहीं पाया. दिन तक एक पुलिसमैन आया और उसको शॉटओवर गैरेज में जो रॉबरी हुई है जूल्स की, उसके लिए उसको पकड़ के ले गया. His fingerprints, for he had opened the safe without gloves, were all over the room, and no one believed him when he said that the wife of the owner of the house had asked him to open the safe for her. The wife herself, a grey-haired, sharp-tongued woman of 60, said that the story was nonsense. So, what happened was, he was arrested and no one believed him. जब उसने बोला कि जो ओनर थी, जो लेडी थी, उसी ने मुझे सेफ तोड़ने के लिए बोला था. एंड देयर वर फिंगरप्रिंट्स ऑल ओवर द सेफ, क्योंकि उन्हें बिना ग्लव्स के जो सेफ था उसको तोड़ा था, तो उसके फिंगरप्रिंट्स वहाँ पे थे. एंड द ओनर, द एक्चुअल ओनर, हु वाज अ ग्रे हेयर्ड 60 ईयर्स की ओल्ड वुमन थी, उसने बोला कि दिस स्टोरी इज नॉनसेंस, मैंने तो उसको बोला ही नहीं है कि ये सेफ तोड़ना है. Horace is now an assistant librarian in the prison, and now he is in prison and he is working as an assistant librarian. He often thinks of the charming, clever young lady who was in the same profession as he was. Now he thinks of this woman, जो charming सी young सी lady थी, उसके बारे में वो सोचता है, जो कि उसी के profession में थी. That means that lady who he met at the Shotover garage was also a thief. Same profession as he was, and who tricked him. He gets very angry when anyone talks about honor among thieves, and when कोई भी जब उसे बोलता है कि there is honor among us thieves also, he gets very angry because the lady he met, she was also a thief, but there was no honor among them. देख, वो भी thief थी but उसमें तो कोई honor नहीं था thieves को लेके. So he gets really angry about that. So this was our chapter, everyone. I hope you understood it. Thank you.